Hey everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about an automatic watch that is not working after winding the watch itself. I'll be going over some easy fixes to try first in this simplistic tutorial. Let's get right into this awesome video. As you can see right here, I have this automatic watch. And at one point, it actually wasn't working after I had wound it up. So I'm going to tell you what worked for me, and I'm going to go over some additional things. So there are essentially 5 things that you can try out, and hopefully one of them works for you, and I'll tell you when we get to the one that worked for me, which one it was. So let's get into these. I'm going to try and go through these rather quickly. Number 1 is to think, did you wind it properly? Now, I know that you might think that you wound it properly, but maybe you didn't. So the easiest solution is to just wind it a little bit more once again. So for this watch over here, sorry, I have something caught in my throat. I do apologize. I'm going to probably continue clearing my throat like 10, 20 times in the video. So I do apologize, but it is what it is. For this watch right here, to wind it, you have to unscrew this piece right here, this bottom crown over here, and it's going to pop out of place like that. And then you got to pull it out. Okay, not all the way because that adjusts the hands, but you got to push it in just a little bit, and then you can wind it here. And you can kind of hear, if I bring it close to the camera, you can actually hear it winding. And that's how you know that you're winding the watch. And then obviously I can push it back in and tighten this crown back in place. So if you're unsure, just wind it again a little bit. Okay, all you need is a little bit of winding to get it to start working. So just wind it again a little bit. That might be the cause and the easiest solution by far. If that doesn't help you, I'll move on to number 2, which is to think, is the crown fully pressed in? Now, as you can see right here, if I do this once again, if I actually pull out the crown over here and I pull it out to the point where I can adjust the time, the second hand stops working. So if I'm thinking the watch isn't working and the crown is not pressed in, that's what the problem is. If I press this crown in, just a little click like this, okay, that second hand is going to start up again. So you got to make sure that your crown is pressed in. And if you're unsure, then just take a look at the crown. If it is pressed in, number 1, you should hear that click. So if I pull it out, when I press it in, there's actually a little click. I'm not sure if you're going to hear it, but we're going to try anyways. Okay, there you go. You heard that click right there. That means that I pressed the crown in. And also, when I press it in and twist this all the way, it is going to be fully sort of pressed into the watch. You're going to see that there's no gap there. That's a key factor. So try that out. Try pressing the crown fully in. If that doesn't help you, I'll move on to fix number 3. Is to actually move the hands, because maybe the hands are stuck. So maybe it's not working and you can't figure out why. But what you need to do is, and I should just leave this open. I don't know why I keep twisting it back down. I have to keep using it. Is fully pull out the crown and then move the hands a little bit like this, just back and forth, okay? Just, well, you can do it more gently than that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're just moving the hands, but just move the hands a couple rotations around, back and forth in either direction. And if the hands are stuck by any chance, and that's a problem, then after you do that and you push the crown back in, your second hand should start ticking once again, okay? Very, very simple. So, you know, try moving the hands of the watch around a little bit. That might be the cause of the problem and the easiest solution, okay? If that doesn't help you, I'll move on to number 4, which is actually what helped me, which is that maybe the mechanism itself is stuck. So what you want to do, which is a rare occurrence, because I tried all those other things before and they didn't help me out, it's a rare occurrence, but if your mechanism is stuck, or one aspect of the mechanism, one cog, one gear, one tiny little piece of the watch, then all you got to do to loosen it up most of the time is just gently tap the watch a couple times like this. Not hard. We're not beating the watch. We're just gently tapping the watch. And that's what worked for me. As soon as I gently tapped it a few times, it started working again. So I'm assuming that that was what the problem was, okay? And if that doesn't help you, I'll move on to number 5, which is to actually physically move the watch to get the mechanism started once again. Sorry about that. So basically, with an automatic watch, you wind it up, and that winding causes the watch to start up, right? But what also winds the watch is when you move it. When you move the watch, as you can see over here, it actually does a great deal of winding on the watch itself. So as you move the watch around, it's going to wind it as well. So put the watch on your wrist and literally just wear it while you move your wrist around for 30 seconds to a minute or even a few minutes and see if that fixes the problem, because maybe it just needed to be moved around a little bit. And that's it. If your automatic watch is not working after winding the watch, these are easy fixes to try first in a simplistic tutorial. Hopefully one of them works for you. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.